I don't know what to do. Do we just start the whole? Do we start the whole show over now? Just the whole show. Just hit the reset button.
Welcome to the CWC Podcast with your hosts, David Selby, Andy Horton, and Savannah Smith.
All right. Welcome back to the CWC Podcast, your home for the latest news, rumors, and updates around the sport of chuckwagon racing. I'm your host, David Selby, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Andy Horton and Savannah Smith. Hello, you two. We have a very short show planned for today as we move through the cold, dreary month of January, but nonetheless, we have some very exciting news to share with you today, so stick around for the CWC Podcast. But before we do that, make sure you go over to chuckwagonchannel.com, subscribe, relive the ride. It's $11 a month or $99 a year, and there's plenty of good stuff coming up in 2026. So let's just jump into it. We've got some really cool news that going into this weekend where we're expecting or have been expecting to go to the ACWRA Banquet, the annual banquet, where we kind of look back at 2025. We get the awards handed out. We do a hard reset, clear out the mason jars, whatever we got to do. And here we go. We got weather coming in. I was just literally like recently I feel like I've been having this conversation with everybody. I'm like, we did not get a winter. We're not getting winter this year. We're not getting any snow. And we're already like, we're just about into February.
You teased us.
And here we are. We're like, okay, sure. Mother Nature, hold my beer. Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, so we're supposed to have like these two cold fronts, just like have a catastrophic snowstorm basically that goes through the middle of Arkansas, which happens to go right over where the banquet's going to be. So, we're recording this on Tuesday, which makes this show really fun because we are going to speak as if there could be a banquet, but also acknowledge that there probably won't be one. So, anyways, it'd be fun for you guys to listen to this later and be nodding your heads or shaking your heads. But anyways, as we go into the banquet, when you walk in, you have to have an ACWRA membership to go into the banquet, into the meeting at 1:00 in the afternoon. And so there's a nice long line. Everybody that's been to this knows everybody's waiting to get in, get signed up. And so what we are doing is we're partnering with the ACWRA. And we are creating a bundle deal so that your year-long membership with the ACWRA can be bundled with the year-long annual subscription to the Chuckwagon Channel. That's normally $99. The ACWRA membership is usually it's $30. So it's $129, but we're cutting it down to $100. So you're saving $29. And that is something that we just got finalized. And so that's why it's kind of coming out a little bit later than we wanted it to. And we might have more runway than we thought to keep talking about this if they don't have the meeting this weekend. So, what that's going to look like is you'll go in, you'll sign up and you'll say, hey, here's $100 bill instead of $30. And they will take your name down and they will give you a personalized, unique code, like a promo code that you don't want to lose, because when you get done with the meeting, or if you during the meeting want to get onto the website, chuckwagonchannel.com, you're going to go sign up for the annual subscription, not through the app, but through the website. So go to your browser, go to the website, and then on the annual subscription, you can put in when you're checking out, you're going to create your account first if you don't already have one. And then when you go to checkout, you're going to put in that unique promo code, and that will take your balance to zero for the next year. And then you'll finish checking out. You will have to put in a credit card and all that kind of stuff because the platform requires it. And whenever you get done with a year, if you don't cancel, then it will roll you into a normal annual subscription. So that is that's big news for us. We have yet to do something like this with the ACWRA. So I wanted to roll this out where you have to hear it live. Andy, what do you think?
I think it's awesome. So just to clarify, you can still do this on your phone. You don't have to do it on a computer, but you would go to, so if you had like an iPhone, you would use Safari or something to do it, or you would use whatever web browser you have. If you're using Android, you would just not use the app, but it doesn't mean you have to use a laptop to go do this. That's correct.
Correct. And just to double down, you don't want to use the app. It's not going to work there. I guarantee you somebody will end up contacting us about it anyway, but that is part of the technical part of this, because it is because you're paying the ACWRA, you're paying there, and you're not signing up through the website like to pay. That it makes things a little bit complicated on the technical side on the back end, to where we can't do it through the apps, because those apps are hosted by Google and by Apple, and they want to get their fees and all that kind of stuff. So because that's all complicated, we're doing it through the website, which we control more of that, and we can make sure that this all is smooth. So anybody that has a question, or anybody that already has a subscription, say on the app, like you signed up through the app originally, you just need to email us. And so if you go to the ACWRA meeting and you sign up for this and you're just like, what do I do? You're going to get a card that walks you through this step by step. And it will say on the card, just contact David. My email will be on there, and we can make sure you get set up properly on the back end if you have any concerns whatsoever. For anybody that ever has had to contact us about an issue with a membership or a subscription or anything like that, you know that we get back pretty darn quick and we get it taken care of. So our customer service is top notch. It's me, mostly. So first time partnership with the ACWRA on a deal like this, a bundle deal. So we're excited about that. We think it's a good step in the right direction, and it gives you guys an opportunity to save a little bit of money if you're planning on tuning in to the 2026 season.
And you said they will have to type in their credit card, but they won't actually be charged in the initial side of it.
Yeah, assuming they do it right and they use the promo code, they won't be charged. If you're checking out and it says you have a balance, then you might have missed the promo code step. But it's all there. It's on the little card that we've created. Savannah might get technical here and flash it up on the screen. It's what it's going to look like when we give them to you. So
if it gives you a balance that it's about to charge you money, stop.
Yep.
Stop and text somebody.
Stop, drop, and roll.
But if it asks you for your information, don't panic, because it's just a formality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call Nancy Pillow. Just kidding. Don't do
that. Well, this is going to be pretty important, because we've got another pretty big announcement that will just play right into this. So,
that's a good one.
Drum roll, please, guys. We are taking a major step forward to share the Chuckwagon channel on more platforms, and David has secured our first launch onto a TV app.
Hey!
By the time the racing season is up and going and we are getting videos out for you guys, you will be able to use your Chuckwagon channel app, or download it if you have a Roku stick, a Roku TV. Not on Apple TV, Samsung TV, or smart TVs. It's Roku only, but you can now have the Chuckwagon channel app on the Roku.
That is awesome. So is it the Walmart brand TV, the orange?
Yeah.
They have Roku built in.
Mm-hmm.
They have Roku built in. Yeah. So
they're not the only. Yeah, they're not the only ones either. There's some. I think that there are several brands out there that are powered by Roku technology.
Okay.
All the market research that we've done as far as picking a first time, like out the gate platform, Roku is pretty close with Samsung as far as like market share, which was about 35% of the like whole entire like streaming market. But the thing that really made us decide Roku was that research also shows that the Western sports and Western demographic leans more heavily into Roku on top of all of that. It's what we consider to be the best decision for right now. The thing that has really stood in our way of doing a TV app in the past is that it just costs a lot more money. And this year, I'm going to be frank with you, we're just taking the leap. We're going to go for it. We're going to hope that this pans out and that we can learn from this and that people like it. And we're counting on growth. I mean, frankly, that's the truth. We're counting on growth this year. And so get excited for that. We're not rolling that out right now. Don't go look for us on a Roku device right now. We have just agreed to that deal this week that we're going to do that for the next year. And then they said it's usually about a 6-week turnaround. So our hope in securing this now is that by the time we get into races, that this is up and going and we've kind of figured out the kinks. But for anybody that has a regular subscription on the Chuckwagon channel, through the app, through the website, whether you're monthly or yearly, you're going to have access. You just have to go plug in your credentials, just like Netflix or anything else, on your Roku device.
Nice. That's really cool. I mean, people have been asking, that was a common question for a long time, is, can I watch this on my TV, or is there a way to watch it? And we've been telling people how to like mirror their phone and do stuff like that, or, AirPlay from a computer, or try to figure out another way around it to do it. Not everybody is going to be able to do that or figure that out. And so this is really cool. Like, this is something that's definitely been asked for. I don't know if it's been asked for. We're going to find out if that's a solid majority or a really loud, like 3 people.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, like, I think that there's pros and cons, right? So, like, being on a TV app, we're going to get to figure out and learn how many more people we reach, by making it more accessible, easier to find, and even easier to find for people that are out there, like, that don't know about us. This might pop up in front of them. We're going to find out at the end of the year how it shakes out. We'll be able to see the numbers and the analytics that shows if people are using it. And the thing is, like, this isn't necessarily opening a door that wasn't open at all. Like, we have the mobile app that you can cast to your TV or AirPlay to your TV if you're on iOS, Apple.
Right.
So it's just that it makes it that much easier, that much more accessible. So we're going to see what accessibility does for the Chuckwagon channel. And we're not going to be on a Samsung TV or a Fire TV or an Apple TV for right now. So again, it's not like we're rolling this out to the whole world. We have to do this in, steps. And so I'm hoping that it's a revelation for us.
I feel like it's going to be less buggy. Like, I have issues with doing the phone thing. Like, I've ran into some issues where it's either dropped it or I've just had trouble connecting it. And that's somebody that,
or you can't use your phone while you're casting.
Right. That's another thing. So, like, you're just kind of stuck with your phone, because and I've done that. Like, I've actually messed up and gotten out of the app or whatever on my phone, and it kills it on the TV.
Right.
Because you forget, like, you're used to seeing, you get complacent with whatever's playing on the TV, and you don't realize that it's dependent on what's on your phone. And somebody messages you or there's a lot of things that can happen. So yeah. I think
not to mention keeping your phone charged long enough to continuously cast it.
Right.
I don't know about you guys, but my battery drains quick when I do that.
I swear that gets worse with updates. Like, I just...
That used to be an urban legend when I was in high school, and now I'm pretty sure there's data out backing it.
Yeah.
That is something that Apple actually does.
It is planned obsolescence. I don't care what anyone says. That's 100% happening. And, before, even if for some reason the auto updates were on your phone, you could just leave your phone unplugged at night and charge it during the day, and it would gripe at you about not being plugged in, so it couldn't do the software update and it wouldn't do it. Well, I thought I was going to outsmart it a couple nights ago, and no, it updated to whatever the new OS is anyway. So I just get to live with it.
Guess you just got to pay to play.
And then that narrow window where I'm still telling it I want to update later, remind me later, and I know it's going to stop, and it's eventually going to force reset for me.
Oh yeah, your days are numbered, 100%. I can tell you.
Pushing it off a little longer.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool. It'd be cool to do like a poll and see what the percentage of our app users, if they are more Apple or Android. I would assume it's more Apple, but it'd be interesting to know what percentage use Android and Apple.
I feel like that's a pretty simple thing to do. Uscreen has all those fancy analytics. Tells you anything you want.
That's
really
true. Probably could look it up.
Yeah. I'll have an update by the next episode for you guys.
Cool.
There you go.
No, that'd be kind of nice. That'd be kind of nice to see. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on the Roku TV app and what we're doing there, leave your comments below. If you like it, let us know. If you're like, hey, we all use Samsung, let us know. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we do is based on the feedback that we get, which is a lot of times not as much as we'd like to have. So please leave us a comment or shoot us a message and let us know if you like this or dislike this. And then obviously once the app comes out, we're going to be trying to get feedback there too, because we want to make it as good as possible. But yeah, I mean, we do everything pretty much through video with the Chuckwagon channel. We have a podcast, but it is a video podcast, and we take advantage of that. We show highlights here. The things that we're talking about, we put them on a screen, and so we're very much a video first platform, and we want to go to the most accessible place, which we think is Roku TV. So yeah, we're excited about it.
Woo.
And reiterate again, even with that app coming out, I'm just going to plant this seed and keep hammering down on this. Make sure that if you ever are signing up for the first time on the Chuckwagon channel, go to the website and do it. We worry about fees and technical difficulties a lot less. So you will be able to sign up through Roku when that time comes, but they do collect fees, and you will have to go through Roku to cancel that at some point, which I think is harder than doing it on the website that's where this platform was built. So just a heads up. Let's move on.
All right. So another thing that we talked about this last episode, but we don't want to forget, Patty with Porch Pig Productions, I can't talk today. She has made her entire library of photos from Baker Spain Stampede of 25 free with a promo code, which is Chuckwagon Channel VIP. Mm-hmm. So your steps to get those, you're going to follow the link in the description. You're going to find your photos. You're going to click the arrow in the bottom right of the image. Do not add the image to your cart. There should be I'm guessing it's a download arrow.
Yeah, it's right under that bottom corner, the edge of the photo.
Okay.
Underneath.
And then you're going to enter that. It's a password. You're going to enter that password, Chuckwagon Channel VIP, when you are prompted to do that. And again, follow the link in the description. Password you're going to need, Chuckwagon Channel VIP. Yeah. So
what's that password?
Chuckwagon Channel VIP.
Yeah, just definitely look it up in the description and copy and paste it.
Yes, because you can't go to her website and find it.
Oh, you can't.
General listing.
So you have to follow the link that's provided to get there. You cannot go to Porch Pig on your own.
Yeah.
And look through. Yeah.
You cannot.
Yep. Glad you said that.
Which we've also posted it on Facebook as well. So, you've got multiple places to find it. You can go here, you can go to YouTube, or you can look at our most recent post on Facebook.
The link that works is on Facebook. Okay.
The link.
Yep.
All right.
Well, so looking forward here, right now, because it's Tuesday, the ACWRA has said that they're going to make this decision on Wednesday, whether or not they're going to have the meeting this weekend. My gut's telling me, based on everything I'm seeing, that this is probably going to get moved. To when, I do not know. I decided that Brad House probably is busy enough dealing with everything else. I did send him a message and I said, hey, Brad, just so you know, it looks like there might be some winter weather this weekend. So
don't forget to get your bread and toilet paper.
Yeah. So
the milk and bread.
Or stop at your local liquor store, depending on how you feel.
The association is aware that there's winter weather coming in. Stay tuned. Watch the Facebook page. They will give you updates. They're going to let you know if there is a postponement, when it's rescheduled for. We don't know. We can only speculate. I can tell you when I want it to be, but that wouldn't matter because it's not going to be when I want it to be. So anyways, we're looking at a lot of snow coming in there. That's just the reality. And yeah, by the time you see this episode, you're probably going to know what the decision is and what's going to happen. So one thing we wanted to do real quick, even though we are not through that meeting yet and we don't know when it's going to be right at the moment, we wanted to kind of just give our tentative schedule for the year, what we're kind of eyeballing, what has kind of come through to us. Again, nothing as far as a sanctioned race is down pat in permanent marker. until after we've had the ACWRA meeting. But we just want to start making people aware. We know that we're already into the year. You're kind of looking at your weekends. You're looking at your year. You're looking to plan. So it looks like the first race of the year out the gate, assuming everything gets voted in, will be not the Loretta Lynn Chuckwagon races, which got postponed last year because of rain. It's going to be the Buck Creek Chuckwagon races, and this is near Alamo, Tennessee, March 19th through the 23rd. Kim Mayo and Shannon Mayo, they're putting this on. You may know they've put on the Loretta Lynn's races and helped promote there, and they've managed that in the past. So they are moving this this is like 20 minutes away from where Loretta's would have been. So not that much changing as far as your drive to get there or the time of year. But yeah, so that's there. So what's the next one, Savannah?
Seven Springs Lodge has posted the dates for their Frontier Days, which for us is the Seven Springs Lodge Chuckwagon races. That's going to be held in Tuscumbia, Alabama, April 23rd through 26th. You can check their Facebook page for more information on the event, and we'll be back with more updates on, their sanctioned identity after the board meeting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a new one. And we could go in depth on this for what we know right now, but it's all speculation. I know that there's going to be a race in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. Try to say that 10 times fast. That's the first weekend of May 1, 2, 3. This is a dirt track race, Diamond Park Speedway.
Like a race car track?
Like a dirt track for like modifieds and things like that. Dirt track racing. This will be really interesting to learn more about, to know what they're going to do.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
know when I think of a dirt track, I think about there being some guardrails and things like that for safety, which we don't do that in Chuckwagon. We don't have
those.
We don't do safe things.
I'm not sure guardrails are going to
I was going to say.
We use our lawn chairs and our vehicles.
Exactly.
Okay?
They're a lot squishier than a guardrail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when there's people in them.
Yeah.
No barriers to the infield. That's
And
important.
rental cars from Canadian visitors. That's what we use.
Before you know it, we're going to have airbags in the wagons.
I know, right? What's the world
Or
coming to?
next to our lawn chairs.
But Andy and I did look on Google Maps, and we zoomed in really close to what the track looks like, and it is dirt. We know that it's dirt.
It is in fact a track made of dirt.
It looks like the infield. It looks like there's like one guardrail along the backside for the infield, but it looks like there's still going to be quite a bit of freedom. So, like the safety concerns of like, where's an outrider going to go if they get into a pinch or whatever. I think you're still going to have quite a bit of flexibility to move around, especially with two wagons racing. Not as much as a big open field, but
I think the corners still have a rail on the outside. So that's where things are going to be critical. So
yeah. I'm excited to talk more about this. And, again, we're going to wait and see if this gets voted in and if they want to have us there and things like that. But,
right.
But yeah, that's exciting to me. It's different because we do know, as we'll get down to it here, we know that Baker Spain, they've been kind of looking at doing like a bank on their outer corner there on their main curve. They're looking at banking their track. And that would be like a first for what we've seen in the last several years.
It'll be interesting how they handle that because, what goes up must come down.
Right.
So there is that. So hopefully it's a gradual descent off the backside.
I didn't even think
It's not
about
right now.
that. Yeah.
Right now it's not. But they move a lot of dirt out there, and they
Oh yeah.
do a lot of stuff. So what's the one after May 1st there, Andy?
Looks like we got good old Whiskey Ridge. Will be holding their annual event on Memorial Day weekend, which falls on May 21st to the 24th.
The second annual 11-point showdown will be held June 11th through 14th on the bank of their namesake river. For those of you that attended last year, it was a pretty great event, even with all the rain and mud. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to see how they pull things together this year, hopefully without the monsoon.
I feel like last year Whiskey Ridge they still got rained on, but I feel like they kind of just pushed some of it over and they gave it to. They're like, "Hey, welcome to the club 11-point showdown. Here we get like every year."
Exactly.
And Whiskey Ridge did have a very muddy day last year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But we also know that I wanted to reiterate that they are adding road, I guess, accessibility routes. They're adding a little bit more there this year, they mentioned. So,
Oh, really?
So some of that stuff's going to be a little bit better going out there,
Okay.
which hasn't been bad in the past. I don't feel like,
No.
other than like right when you're going into the start of a rodeo event or coming out of the end of one, that's the only time that it's like that congested.
Yeah, maybe. It gets
Or
a little...
maybe leaving the concert.
Yeah.
I guess coming into the truck. Yeah, so like most of the time. Okay. So it's mostly congested all the time. Okay. Is that what we're saying?
No, not really. No, I don't think so.
Just around the happening times of,
I mean,
on the way to and from an event.
It's not too bad though. I don't feel like I've ever had that much trouble getting around down there, but I think it's cool that they're adding more. And
I mean, and
cool.
everybody there is usually like one kind of choke point is the little road that goes over the pond dam or whatever. And everybody's always been like pretty courteous about that. Like you see somebody coming, they just step over to the side and wait on somebody to come across. So, I mean, like everybody's been really good about handling that. So
that's the only true bottleneck. I mean, other than that, you can always make room for 2 vehicles, but that is the one spot.
Yeah.
But man, I love the way that ranch is set up, and I love that they have a big covered arena, especially because it has provided shelter for rain on many occasions.
Yeah. That is definitely the difference between everything is stopped to we can still do stuff.
Yeah.
And
huge arena.
Yeah. Even if they have to move the concert in there, which they've done some stuff like that too. And it's worked out fantastic. So yeah, that is a really good asset to have when you're doing stuff like this.
But yeah, 11-point showdown. They're up to bat for the second time. And despite a ton of rain, they still had a great event. I thought they had a great event.
I wasn't able to make that one. I am hopeful that I will get to be there this year, fingers crossed. So I really wanted to go last year because having like this really awesome race that has how many miles of river frontage or
like there's a drone shot I may pull in here where it's just you see the pasture and then just the horseshoe curve of the river all the way around.
Oh wow. Yeah,
it's
that's cool.
Beautiful.
They were talking about possibly doing float trips and stuff, right?
Yeah, we can twitch on that again.
I really hope they do that. Some sort of cowboy float or even just advertising, hey, come out and float and we'll help you move from point A to point B if needed. We're going to set up and cook at the halfway point. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be sick.
And that's something no other track has to offer.
Right.
I haven't been on a float trip in years, but my gosh, it's just, there's something about being like just on the river and you're not like, it forces you to just disconnect. Like you can't get in a vehicle, like you can't get away from that situation. You have to do the rest of the float.
Right.
That's what I love about it. So I hope that they lean into that this year. But what was maybe your key takeaway there last year, Savannah?
I just loved how well they maintained everything with all the rain and the mud. I know they had to postpone maybe the concert for a little bit, but for the most part, everything went on as planned. Everyone seemed to have a good time, and there was still a pretty decent crowd.
Yeah, so my key takeaway for you, Savannah, is you know how you stood in the middle of the field and you turned in a complete circle to film that.
That was horrible. I thought it, and I was like, this is a phenomenal spot. No, I don't want to do that again. To admit David was right, and I really should have listened to him. So he was like, are you sure you want to do that? And then after the first day, he was like, okay, now if you think that you need to change spots tomorrow, he's like, I would scout you out a place. He never really said it, you need to change, but I definitely should have taken the hint because I didn't like editing it.
Just not at all. Gotta let people do these things sometimes. Now you have a testimony. Now you can have that firsthand, elder statesman type knowledge whenever you tell a younger videographer where they should stand.
Yeah.
I've learned in many ways over the years. Yeah. Okay, so
gotta learn the hard way.
Andy, one of Andy's favorite coming up after 11 point. What do you got there, Andy?
We've got the Baker Spain Stampede.
You've been going there way longer than me.
Yeah. I have missed a couple. But yeah, it's June 22nd to 28th. I've even made some special trips up there when the Stampede was not going on. You've made a whole lot more than I have at this point because things have gotten serious. But starting with church night on Wednesday with Ben Fuller and is it Leanna Crawford live. So I was under the understanding, and we can cut this out if it's not true, that night is going to be free.
Yeah. They have gotten enough because it's church night, right? So
Right.
They've gotten to the point that they've actually gotten sponsors to cover the artist's fees, from what I understand,
For Wednesday night.
for Wednesday night.
That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And they had already given out so many free tickets beforehand to different groups and organizations. Now you can just come and worship, and
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you have in your pocket as long as you've got the gas to get there and home.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And for anybody that says, "Oh, it's Christian music, it's not as fun" or whatever, like,
No, it's
I
cool.
dare you to go look at any
Who was
of
that last year that was so good?
We had
They both were, but
Steve McWhirter was the one that led off
Yes.
first, and then Kane was the main act. But Steve McWhirter was great. Like,
he was the one that sang the song that we used in one of the promos, right?
yeah,
The
Come Jesus Come. Yeah, that was the one that when Brandon did the piece of the opening of the race that was so amazing. That's the song. It was Steve McWhirter, and I think that's what caused a lot of that to happen was that I think Josh hunted him down. And
make sure you make sure whenever Building Spain season 1 gets out there that you're watching, because we'll revisit that. But
okay.
But yeah, one thing that will change. Granted, I know that most of our Chuckwagon racing community are not spending 9 days out there. Last year they opened the gates the Saturday before. They're not doing that this year. They're going back to Monday through Sunday. So it will start Monday night, and they have live music every night in some form or fashion. They have smaller bands or whatever, but yeah, they start using the big stage and getting real Wednesday night with their Christian night, and then. What's Thursday night? Goodness, what small artist are they bringing in on Thursday night?
Oh, it's I don't know. It's not well known. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Tiny.
Just he's up and coming though. I hear good things. We've got Zach Top with Diamond Rio is opening.
Yeah,
so we have Diamond Rio opening for Zach Top on Thursday night.
I'm actually pretty excited to see Diamond Rio. I've heard good things about Zach Top, but I grew up with Diamond Rio. That's a nostalgic moment.
Several years ago, Diamond Rio was out there at Clinton, and that's the only time I've seen them, and they were great. Friday.
I've seen 2 of these artists within the last year. That'll be there next year.
So Friday opener, the Jack Wharf Band. I think that's how that's going. Wyatt Flores is your headliner. Saturday, Chancey Williams opens for Casey Donahue. So,
had Chancey Williams there this last year, right?
He open for Luke Grimes?
I think so.
I think that's what happened there. But they loved him, and they really wanted Chancey Williams to come back. So I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I heard great things.
Yeah, the lineup has gotten better. I can tell you that if you liked the way the facilities were last year, they're taking a whole other step forward in 2026. They're adding some stuff that's going to make it more fun. If you're not down in that inner bowl area, as they're calling it, like between the pavilion and the stage, like on the dance floor looking spot right there, they're going to be putting screens on the back of the pavilion that are gigantic.
Yeah.
With speakers, so that you can just have like a field party there too. And that'll be your general admission for at least Thursday night. Is the only night that they're really segregating the areas is Zach Top night, Thursday. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that has to do with their expenses because they are probably enormous.
Yeah. No, I think Zach Top cost a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
All right. What's
How about you give that man a horse?
Yeah.
Reggie Little Outlaw Race is planning to host their 2nd annual Chuckwagon race, July 31st through August 2nd, which is really exciting. They had a really good first year, and it should be only uphill from there for them.
Yeah. Oh man. All the good feelings, all the good vibes.
Oh yeah.
Just we had a blast there last year. It was cool. It was the first time for me to announce a race. Got to get that experience under my belt, and that was humbling and awesome and fun.
Are you doing that again?
I think so. I should probably talk to him. Probably get that on my calendar. But I can only assume we're going to be there and that it's going to be a blast again. And, you take all these things that you learn from your first year. And I thought that they blew it out of the water in year one. And I'm just very, very excited to go back. B&B Farms, I know last year this kind of stacked up. Where it was, I think B&B Farms was actually the weekend before that. And
I think you're right.
And so I traveled up to Indiana to that race, and they raced Friday evening. Am I remembering this correctly? I think they raced on a Friday evening. That's what they did. And that went well. And then Saturday, they raced in the evening, and then they come back Saturday and they had their second day of racing. And because it was so far away for everybody, they wanted to do that to give people the chance to legitimately travel on Sunday. So kind of a cool format, works out pretty neat. I recommend going to that race if you get the chance to. You're going to see some different looks because there are quite a few Amish that are racing in that outlaw race. And they just behave a little different with their animals, and in a good way. I mean, they are fun to watch. I know we're kind of out of order here, and Rats race down in Camden. We're still waiting on a date there. We do know that talking to Clay, they are still trying to figure out what that date's going to be. I have a feeling they know it by this point because the tentative meeting this weekend. So yeah, we kind of put all those like out of order. Actually, kind of put them backwards for that like July going into August time. But then,
so it should have been more like Rats, then B&B, then Reggie Little Outlaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And Kentucky Talon, which we can only assume is going to be the first weekend of October. But again, we'll find out at the banquet meeting.
Yep, we'll find out for sure. Somewhere in there, we're going to have a national championship race. I don't know. Some of you know that one.
Somewhere around Labor Day, usually. Yeah. So
roundabout,
Are we looking at a second go of Outlaw Nation? Is that going to be a thing, or surely, or what's?
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
I think that's what we had heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had to flip a coin, I would say heads or tails are going to have it.
Oh, cool.
I mean, they were really excited about hosting it for the first time. So it wasn't that anything kind of, put a cog in the machine. So
no.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great event. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see how they don't have it again, but
probably
I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard a single bad thing about that race.
No.
It was great. It was great first year. So yeah, I think we kind of hit on everything that we've at least that we've gotten some kind of information or conversation about. And again, that's all going to be confirmed when we go to the banquet, whether that's this weekend or if it's in a weekend following. It's going to be interesting to see what the game time decision is for the board. So stay tuned. We're going to let you know when we know, but also go watch the ACWRA Facebook page because that's where the information comes in. And then we'll leave you with a little bit more information here. Savannah, if you want to take that as we're looking ahead into the warmer months.
Yes. So, we've been mentioning for the last 3 to 4 episodes that there will be the association weigh and measure at Whiskey Ridge Ranch March 7th. That's going to happen right around 1:00. We do have a little bit more information now. Coggins and vaccines 10 to 2, 3 p.m. trail right after, with hangouts, vendors, a live band at the Red House opening. Judith Sickle will be providing the following vaccines: $75 for the 5-way vaccine. I actually had to Google what this was. Don't come at me with pitchforks, but in case you don't know and you were like me and had to Google it, that's going to be the Eastern and Western Equestrian Encephalomyelitis something.
Nailed it.
Tetanus, West Nile virus, and rabies all in one. So again, $75 for the 5-way, $40 for the strangles vaccine, and then $40 for the EVH1, 4, and influenza.
EHV?
EHV.
This is stuff we just need to put on the screen.
Now, I butchered all of that. I almost want to do it again. but I'm not.
First podcast because we can't read.
Encephalomyelitis.
For those of you that are wondering, when are we gonna have our first Canadian Chuckwagon race on the Chuckwagon Channel? That is going to come after we shoot it, which right now we are between dates on late May, early June. Still waiting to finalize that, but that's the race that we're going to actually travel to and go and kind of shoot / train the video team that will be there working for the other 5 races that are currently on the calendar that are going to be in the summer months. And then those things will be coming out on the Chuckwagon Channel as we get that footage and get it prepared and put it on the Chuckwagon Channel. So that's exciting stuff all ahead. Again, I want to reiterate Baker Spain Stampede photographs from Patty from Porch Pig. That will be in the description below. Follow the link. Don't go to the website and try to find it. Follow the link below. Use the promo code if you want to go and try to download an image. It will prompt you for the password of the promo code. I guess it's a password. It's a password.
Yes, it's a password. As soon as you hit that arrow, a little box will come up and you paste the password in or type it, but include the spaces and the capitalizations because that is important.
Yes. So thank you again, Patty, for doing that. We've already seen some of those photos surfacing and they're great and we love you. You're awesome. Again, thank you for joining us today. We hope that we see you this weekend if we have a banquet, and if we don't, we'll see you some other time. But thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe, relive the ride at chuckwagonchannel.com, and look out for that bundle deal whenever we do go to the banquet, because that's a great opportunity to save a little bit of money. So we'll see you out on the track.
Thanks for listening to the CWC Podcast.